Hi guys, I'm back again. Welcome back to Unsolved with Barb. So right now, this is sort of an impromptu live. I was watching and looking through my Twitters and my Facebook and seeing what I could find out in other cases. Anyhow, I come stumbling across the found lady, Lateche Norris, which was found. She was found um, on Saturday. Well, I'm coming to find out that this whole missing report of her missing could possibly be a hoax in order to get money. Are you fucking kidding me? Anyhow, so here I'm going to show a couple posts. Um, and let's just read through them. I haven't really researched a lot. I just kind of last 15 minutes. But I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to start off with the Facebook group that was set up for Lateche, sorry. Okay, so let me just get this. I don't know. Let me turn my phone on, and that way maybe I can see chat. Give me one quick second. It's still cold here in Ontario, and I'm freezing my butt off. I want to go to lives. All right. All right, so now I can see chat. Okay. So, like I said, Lateche was reported missing. She went from Indiana to see her boyfriend, Joey Smith, in California. Okay, so on the Facebook group, it says, and I think it says Nicole Martins, and she posted, "First, I'm a close to the Norris family. This is first-hand knowledge. Last night, Lateche and Joey stayed at a hotel with her parents and got drunk. Lateche and Joey spent the last few weeks doing drugs in a cabin in the woods." It goes on to say, Lateche is completely fine and uninjured. Her mother, Cheryl Walker, and Lateche agreed to keep her missing because they wanted to keep gaining the money in the GoFundMe account. Joey wants to clear his name, but cannot when Lateche is refusing to come forward because she wants in on the money they are making. This is unfair to everybody involved and all the civilians helping to find her. And then we go to comments. Oh my. No, I don't know if I can, maybe I can. Oh, okay. Now this was posted December 4th. I don't know who posted it. It's not showing me right this minute. So I'm just going to read from it. And it says, I deleted all my tweets a few days ago because I was attacked by people claiming I had some agenda in this case. From the start, the facts did not add up and the dates and timelines did not make sense. I started finding very troubling family history, including the stepfather being arrested, convicted, and sentenced for assault against Lateche in 2019. The real father has weapon charges against the family, escaped from prison, and the list goes on. Cheryl has more than 40 charges of fraud, conversion, etc. And that's just under one name. She has at least 6 different last names, was taken into custody 8 years ago for failing to disclose Letitia's location to the court, who was looking for Letitia, and Cheryl was hiding her. Letitia was born under a different last name than Norris, but petitioned the court to change it. The ransom demand made no sense, because when she received it, there was no publicity of this case, and that Letitia was not a missing person. I offered to donate $1,000 to her GoFundMe to give and to give me a copy of the note with all the headers, or if by text, all the phone IMEI info, etc. The claim to the San Diego Police Department detectives were off for Veterans Day. What, they have a day off when it's Veterans Day? Okay. A public record request shows that was a lie. Okay. They never reached out to Joey's family. He's very close to his sister and loved ones, and once lives just blocks from the 7-Eleven in San Diego. I gave them this info, but they didn't want it. Instead, they blocked me. There is way, way more info. I did reach out to people like Brian Enton and gave info and begged them to promote the GoFundMe, but I was ignored. It made no sense why Cheryl was doing interviews from a studio, unlike every other case where news reporters get a brief presser from a location where the search is happening. But Cheryl was doing them from a studio via satellite link with makeup artists. Okay. The only time she did a remote one was with the Citizens app, and that was from a car with a sunroof. So she was renting a luxury car while asking people to donate so she could find her baby. Never any tears, though. She never made one plea to Letitia. Hang on, I've lost my spot. Okay, Okay, sorry about that, guys. I still lost my spot. The news reporter would get a price for it. Okay, we did that. But Cheryl was doing them from a studio. Okay. Luxury car to donate. Find your baby. Never any tears. We love you. Let us know you're okay and that you're not in trouble. No plea to any captors. Nothing added up. I will say I reached out to Coffindorfer FBI, and she got right back to me. Made no judgments or assumptions, but thanked me for the info and said she would look into it and completely professionally. I won't disclose any of my conversation, but I will say, I don't know if I can blow that up any further. The nerdy attic is the real deal, and I cannot read the rest of that. I don't know. Okay, so there is that. So I just thought that was, let me shrink my screen. Okay. Let's close that. Maybe that might help. Oh, okay. So who posted that? It looks to be posted by Jenna Renee, but I could be wrong on that. So Jennifer Coffindorfer, she's a retired FBI agent, and I'm just trying to see what else is on this. Okay, so let's go over to her Twitter page. All right. So on December 4th, it says, Mom updated GoFundMe. So there's apparently 5 updates. Now, I went to go look for it. I will check it again, but I couldn't find the actual GoFundMe. I don't know if it's still up or not. So this one says, Letitia and Joey have been found safe. Don't have any further updates at this moment, but I wanted to let you know as soon as possible that we did it. All of us. Going to take a moment to catch her breath, and she says thank you. No, I don't. No, I can't because it's Twitter. Okay. So there was 160 donations by the looks of it. I don't know the amount, what they collected. And then the Nerdy Addict reached out or retweeted this thing that I read from Nicole Martins. Okay, and that's about another case. That's about another case, other case, other case. Okay, so let me just go to Nerdy Addict here. I can't believe if this is a hoax. What a... I'd be pissed. I mean, I didn't donate. I mean, I don't have the funds to donate to as much as I would like to help. But this is my way of helping, is getting the word out on missing people. So, so the nerdy, I heard, okay, so this Amir Walker, which is Cheryl's husband and Letitia's stepdad. Apparently his Twitter is now deleted. But he posted, or he replied to something, and he said to the Nerdy Addict, "Come for my family, I will kill you." Oh, wow. You're not entertainment. I gave you all I had, though. You're all just addicts, though. And then it says that Nerdy Addict, you're a liar. You were never coming to meet my family. You never truly cared. Letitia is beautiful, and you're an obsessed bitch. Wow. I don't know what's going on in this. I know Jennifer Coffindoffer is on, she was live on Popcorn Planet's live talking about it. I really don't want to restream his live because that's just, I'll get a strike. But so apparently the news is it's possible that this whole missing person report on Lateche Norris could have possibly been a total hoax. Like, come on, people. Let me see if I can find the... oh, I got a headache all of a sudden. Okay, actually, this is... we'll just play the vocal back. So this is a little bit of Popcorn Planet. They're live in the beginning. I don't know if he's still live or not. Yeah, I'll play a little bit of it.
Possible suspects, just everybody to do with the case. So I'm aware of the details. And I was concerned about this case from the beginning, but it's also very important to keep an open mind in all of these cases. So often things are not as they appear. And the most important thing is we want to see people in this country not go missing and do everything we can in our power to bring them back when they truly are missing or in danger.
Yeah, for me, where this also gets tough, because we're going to talk about, is this a hoax? And I want to ask some questions. I want to get Jennifer's perspective, and I want you guys to have an open mind here. I don't want to just become, kangaroo court here. It's not really what I want to do on this channel, but I do feel it's our due diligence to report the information that we're getting in. And there have been some now questions as to whether the search for Lateche Norris was in fact legit. I've yet to see actual evidence that they faked her being missing. That's the real thing I want to be clear on. And if Jennifer, you have more info, we'll get there. But overall, what definitely is sort of seeming clear is the GoFundMe is still up.
Okay.
GoFundMe is still active. That's upsetting a lot of people now that has been found.
Okay, so the GoFundMe, from what I can tell, is still up, like he said, and it sits at $7,000, $7+ grand right now.
Where that's going, how that's going to go places is also affecting a lot of people. And beyond that, I think a lot of people are really upset, Jennifer, and sort of their connection to the Gabby Batillo case, where they used Gabby's name in a way that's, in my perspective, and looking online and where a lot of the anger is coming from, in a case that wasn't actually similar at all. As soon as more information came out over the weekend, Letitia's stepfather did a Spaces on Twitter with My Nerdy Addict. Jennifer was listening. I was listening. We were all sort of paying attention because the stepfather came in and started to illuminate us on more information about what happened, how she was found, etc. And then was very quick to say, well, there was no abuse. In fact, I'm going to play that clip first because this is the first sort of red flag I had as they sort of talked about the fact that, because I appreciate the fact that.
So my first red flag in this whole thing was when Cheryl mentioned about getting a text regarding a ransom for $7,000. Well, from what I understand, at that point, Letitia's missing. There was no. Oh my God, I can't think of the word. It wasn't publicized yet when she got that text. So, I don't know. So let's just continue on.
They were trying to quickly say, look, Joey's not a bad guy. I know a lot of the media is saying Joey's a bad guy, but what was frustrating, Jennifer, back me up, Cheryl was the one who was putting out the fact that Joey was a bad guy. So that was sort of the first sort of change of story that I noticed. Am I correct in assessment? Did you get that vibe as well?
Yeah, they talked about domestic violence, but both Lateche and Joey were both charged at one time with domestic assault against each other. So it wasn't just one-sided.
Oh, I'll say it wasn't a vibe. It was her clear words that she equated him to Brian Laundrie. She said he was a terrible person, that she was in she felt her daughter was in danger because of his background, not only being an addict, but also his violent background in terms of arson. She painted him to be a real bad guy.
So some days it's hard to manage. Everyone fights, right?
Yeah, man.
But the rate. So here fights. I mean, here's the clip where they talk about the likening to Brian Laundrie. And it's just audio because it's from Spaces.
To
Brian Laundrie, and that's My Nerdy Addict with Amir. That's not
right.
Fair.
It's not
everyone fights
at all.
Everyone fights. I mean, you and your significant. You just said that some days it's hard to manage. Everyone fights, right?
Yeah, man.
But to raise the alarms nationally, internationally, you have people in here from around the world. Raise bells like that when it's not the case is, I think, the community felt hurt.
Gotcha. Well, we were most definitely concerned for Tasia's safety because of how flighty Joey is. I want you to meet him, Nerdy, and you're going to meet him today. If you get out here to where we're at, you're going to meet him, and you will see like, does he have the potential to just maybe snap and choke her out or something? Yep, he sure does. He sure does. He's flighty as hell. But he.
So I think that's just
really need to spend some
Amir
time
talking, the stepfather.
Genuosity. I don't know, man. He's okay. He is all right. He's an all right guy.
the laugh is really uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
I don't find it funny. And the way his genuosity, even though he
His
could just
demeanor,
snap in
it
a
just
moment and
seems like
choke her out,
he's-
Jennifer. I mean, this is a weird breakdown of the guy, no?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, and really, if you go back, there's 2 other spaces that she was on, she meaning Cheryl. And really to listen to and dissect those spaces are really the setup for how the public, I think, was so misled in this case. And then to listen to this third spaces with Amir coming on, it's really enlightening. It calls for a lot of listening, but you can know for yourself, and you can see the dichotomy in how they paint the situation and the inconsistencies are.
Well, so this is where we saw this sort of report come out from a Nicole Martinez.
Okay, that's the one I read.
When I saw this, I didn't know if this was true, but it does seem that now that Amir is sort of verified, a lot of this, in fact, could have been true. And Nicole said, first, I'm close to the Norris family. This is firsthand knowledge. Lateche Norris is fine. Last night, Lateche and Joey stayed at a hotel where her parents,
Okay, so we went through
with her
that.
parents, and got drunk.
Let me just kind of fast forward because I don't want to get a strike.
Who swept and immediately updated the GoFundMe camp.
Okay,
Correct?
hang on.
I don't know. I think that certainly law enforcement needs to take a look at this case. And the reason that the only reason I've come forward and at least tried to get the information out there is these types of situations are really a slap in the face for all those trying to find the missing. It puts a black eye on the potential that somebody is really not missing and that a scam is being run. And
okay, so I don't believe, this is my opinion and only my opinion, so you don't have to agree. It's okay if you don't, and it's okay if you do. So I don't believe that Latecia knew that her mom reported her missing in the beginning. And then once maybe she found out that her mom reported her missing and that she had a GoFundMe set up. And that GoFundMe was to help with the travel expenses, like airplane tickets, rental car, gas, hotel rooms, when they were down there looking for their daughter, apparently. And then when they found Latecia, now we all learned on Saturday that Latecia was found, but according to things that I read, she was actually found Friday. And apparently Cheryl and Amir did not inform the police department, whether it be San Diego or wherever they were at, until Saturday late afternoon that she had been found. So I'm wondering if on the Friday, Mom tried to convince Latecia about not coming forward, that she's safe, in order to get more money into the GoFundMe, because apparently there is some issues with Mom and stepdad. Mom has a record, and apparently for I want to say fraud. God damn it. Okay, so Mom does have a criminal record. I know that, and something about she has aliases, like different last names that she uses. Dad apparently has, or stepdad, had an assault charge and did time for domestic abuse on Lateche in 2018 or 2019, I believe. And from what I understand, it just looks like that the mom and stepdad have money issues, and this GoFundMe could be a way out for them in some of their money issues. Like I said, I don't know, and I don't want to play all of Popcorn Planet's thing. So let me just go back a little bit on the live here.
It's just sad because there's so many people missing, and there are so many mothers that are in complete pain, that are really truly looking for their missing children. And this was a situation, in my belief, where her daughter had chose to go be with her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Went to San Diego, and the mother didn't hear from her for a while. And I think that they realized this would be the perfect situation to exploit. And I further find it very interesting, the call that she said she received from Lateche on the 5th. So we have them at the 7-Eleven, I believe, the evening of the 4th, Joey and Lateche. And then on the 5th, she said she got a call.
Right.
And she has these details. Well, she called me because she wasn't with Joey. She needed to have a number for Joey. And did the mom have it?
Okay. Oh, wait, maybe, okay, because Joey and Lateche were at the 7-Eleven together. So, okay, maybe she's talking about something else.
Well, we asked for that number, and that was not provided.
Oh.
And what I worry is that Cheryl made up that call to be similar to the Gabby Petito case.
Are you kidding me?
And,
like,
maybe
Joe Petito and Gabby's whole family, they retweeted what about Lateche's being missing, because Cheryl said that something to regard that oh my, having brain farts today, guys. Cheryl mentioned something about that her daughter matters just as much as Gabby Petito did. So Joseph Petito and the family retweeted her missing poster and stepped up to the plate. So for them to use the Petitos like this, for if it was for money, shame on you. Okay, let's just I had to get that out.
Yeah, I've just had too many cases over these past 28 years where people actually do things like this. But that was my first thought when I found out that she wouldn't forward a number. And if you listen to the details of that call, if you listen to all the 2 different spaces, it changes. Also, if you listen to the Brian Inton interview on Banfield, more inconsistencies about that call.
Oh,
so
let me look
I
that
was
up. I'll let you listen to that while I look that
as
up.
to whether she even really got a call where the last words were, "I love you and I love you more."
Yeah, I mean, I go to that place and it's like I want proof of it. But yeah, the more I was being very hesitant, as I think it's important we all be careful, especially with this platform. I didn't want to I want people to think that this is all more of this will happen. But the reality is, there's a lot in here that just doesn't look good. Let's be honest and call it what it is. And I think, and I'm grateful for you sort of really using your know with all your expertise to really help ground this in reality. I hope Lateche is able to get informed on what's going on. We can really hear from her. At the same time, who knows if she's involved or not? It's unclear. Why would she want a car if they're homeless in a nice place they need? That seems like almost, where do you park it? It's just, I have so many questions.
I have a car, but I don't have a house.
Nothing's lining up. At the same time, I think there was a lot of people that were just so quick to turn this into a kangaroo court that I think we do need to be better on both sides a bit. Look, spread the truth, put it out there, make it clear, spread the word, but we don't have to resort to this screaming back and forth and violence and stuff that I saw on both sides, to be perfectly honest. I wanted to have just a civil breakdown of what's going on and what's happening. So I applaud everyone out there who kept this civil and was respectful, but getting the real facts out there. So bravo, and thank you, Jennifer, for doing that as well. Before I let you go and before I clip this and end this, I do want to end on a real missing person case. I see JB and a lot of people are starting to get out, and this is right here in my home. Newport Richey's really close to me here in Tampa, and Kathleen Moore is missing. We're going to do more in depth in the next part of the show, but before I even trim this, I want to make sure you guys got this information.
Sorry, guys, I just got to
find Kathleen Moore, because this one seems real. 34 years old, black hair, brown eyes, last seen November 29th in Newport Richey, last seen wearing black shirt, black.
Okay. Sorry. We had different ones going.
It would seem that they were together, and if that's the situation, we need to look at their interests. They both...
Wrong one. All right, so let me see if I can pull this Banfield one up. Sorry, guys. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. Everybody ready for Christmas? I'm not. Haven't even started shopping yet. Okay, let's look at this one. Let me see if I can.
And we now turn to this, an important story tonight.
Hang on.
Where is Lateche Norris? The 20-year-old Indiana woman has been missing for more than 3 weeks.
Okay.
She was last seen in San Diego, California.
That's not the one, sorry. But days ago, I thought there was one more. Oh, maybe I'm not looking at the right. Okay, this is the fake ransom calls.
Welcome back to Band.
Okay. Let me share this, and we'll watch this one little clip. It's only about 3 minutes. And then if you have any questions or whatever, let me know. I could drop a link. I do have to leave here at 10 to 3 to pick up my daughter. So we got about 40 minutes. All right. What was I doing? I was sharing my screen. Oh, okay, we're sharing. All right.
Banfield, I'm Brian Antonin for Ashley tonight, and I'm with Cheryl Walker. Her 20-year-old daughter, Lateche Norris, has been missing for more than 3 weeks after traveling from Indiana to San Diego, California to be with her boyfriend. And you told me something earlier, Cheryl, that I want to talk to you about, because we do so many missing persons cases, and it is so sad that this is a thing that happens. But tell me, you have been receiving fake ransom calls. Tell me what's been happening.
Most of them come in the form of texts, and they send a paragraph, and just the amounts are different. They'll demand $7,000, $10,000, $2,000, different amounts. And you can kind of tell the way it's worded that it's not legitimate. I just ask them for proof of life, but it's still something I wanted to report. And I tried to report the first one that came in, and it was over Veterans Day weekend. But unfortunately, the missing persons department doesn't work on weekends, and they have extended weekends when it's a holiday weekend. So
wait,
I called
the missing
non-emergency.
persons department doesn't work? They don't work over the weekend?
Correct. Yeah, there's no one there, so
I've never heard of that.
told to leave a voicemail.
Okay, well, that's interesting. But back to these ransom texts and calls, how many would you say you've received?
I believe 5.
Wow.
5.
Liar,
I
pants on
know,
fire.
I mean, you're desperate to find your daughter. So you've been giving out your own cell phone number, and you've put flyers up all over San Diego. So I guess it wouldn't be that difficult for them to track down your info at this point.
Right. I mean, it is accessible, and I mean, I will say that the detective warned us not to
gotta be
do
kidding
that
me.
because people, there's some people out there that will try to take advantage of you, and they know you're vulnerable.
Sorry, guys.
The first flyer that I put out
Damn
didn't have any contact info for me, but it only took me a couple more days to realize that when I call, I mean, if it's a weekend or a holiday weekend, I can't talk to anyone, and if I call non-emergency, you wait on hold for 15 to 20
Sorry,
minutes.
guys.
If someone had some information or a tip, I'll take the risk on dealing with people who would try to take advantage of us. It's definitely the pros outweigh the cons, because if someone sees her and I can get there, I need to.
Let me just pause that for a minute. And I'll mute myself so you guys don't hear that. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, fire. All right, okay, so let's get back to what we were watching.
know.
It's so frustrating and so sad that people
my
like
stomach.
that are out there. But there are also so many good people who are here with you, Cheryl, and have your back. And among them are Gabby Petito's parents. Joe and Nicole both tweeted out pictures of your daughter over the last day and have sort of taken on the case, and they want to help you. And there are lots of people on social media who have got your back. I mean, I would imagine that's at least helping a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, that is all we've had. And initially, a voice for the voiceless was the first. I reached out to Whitney Sitch, and she just got to work. I mean, she started outreaching and networking, and she got us in touch with the Aware Foundation, and and my husband reached out to Dateline, and it just went from there. But they have been working nonstop.
Okay. She just said her husband reached out to Dateline. Why? Not every case can get Dateline coverage. I don't know. Maybe just a thought.
And I feel so horrible for the Petito family. It's just, I'm grateful that they reached out to me, but it's also it was kind of a heart-wrenching moment as well.
It was probably a heart-wrenching moment because you're lying about it all, in my opinion, allegedly.
Right, I get it. I mean, it's not exactly a group that you want to be part of, and I think we're all hoping and praying right now that you don't end up part of that group and that your daughter comes home. So Cheryl Walker, thank you so much for being on tonight. Please keep us posted. Let us know what else we can do to help. I'll obviously be following the case closely. I'll stay in touch with you, and we'll be on it. So thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that Cheryl Walker, Lateche's mother, do you think she set this whole Lateche Norris missing report? Do you think she set it up? Do you think she was really missing in I don't know. You have good-hearted people out there that made donations to her GoFundMe to help her search for her daughter. And if this was all a hoax, I do hope that the San Diego Police Department, California, the police department, I don't know, well, not so much the Indiana, because, I just hope, they press charges. And whether it just be 30 days in jail or whatever, she needs to be made an example of. You just don't go around saying that you're an adult child of 20 years old. Yes, I know that's still young. My youngest babies are 18. And you don't report them missing when you don't know what they're missing just to get money. Now, if that's the way it went down, I don't know. But I'm sorry, but if I found my daughter, who was apparently missing on her Friday night, within the first couple of hours of being reunited with her, I would make contact with the police department where I have reported her missing to let them know that she was safe. But instead, they apparently got drunk on the Friday night and didn't report her being found until Saturday afternoon. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. I thank you for being with me. And if you have any questions or whatever, please feel free to leave a comment. And I do try to answer those as soon as possible. And if you have any other cases that you want me to look into, you can always email me at Unsolved with Barb Smith at gmail.com. I'm going to tell you I'm kind of lax on my emails, but I will go through them. There is a case that I wanted to follow, and I think I was actually doing some homework on it when I came across this being a possible hoax. But anyhow, we'll end it for today. Thank you again for being here. And you guys stay safe. And love you guys all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.